Hey everybody, so if you don't follow my channel much, I'm into giant scale airplanes, okay? And normally if it's not 150 inches or larger, it doesn't kind of float my boat. But I do play around with a couple of smaller planes, like an Avante EDF, and I have a little biplane. And for those, I kind of use them as test beds for batteries that I see show up on the market. So a couple of months ago, I saw this APower battery pop up, and I saw quite a few people saying they were flying it. And I've always wanted to test new batteries. And if you followed my channel, you know I designed this so I can test batteries and discharge batteries and do all the things that I do to batteries. First of all, I want to really make it clear. I don't take anything for free. Even when I've been sponsored, I might take a discount. But I would never take anything for free. The reason I do that is if something is garbage, I want to tell my fellow RC modelers it's garbage. I don't want to feel like I'm being held to that I need to maybe fudge a little bit because somebody gave me something for free. So I actually went online, bought these online without even telling the people I was buying them. And I want to share some testing I did. So around here somewhere you'll see me actually testing. But out of the box, which means it came through the mail, I opened up and I put it on my little meter. Out of the box, the voltage, which is supposed to be a storage voltage, on battery number 1, because I named them 1 and 2. Battery number 1 was 3.82, 3.81, 3.77, and 3.82. The 3.77 scared me a little bit, because I have tested a boatload of batteries in my life. And normally when you see one cell that's that far off from the other, either it was charged incorrectly at the factory it was made at, or it has lost a little bit of its voltage over time. And if you watch my other video where I showed you how I test batteries to extreme, you know, I can put, like I put an 875 watt load, which was about 60 amps, on one of these 60C 2200s. And if you see a cell voltage drop quicker than the rest, you know you probably have a bad cell. So on battery number 1 that had that one lower cell, what I did was I took my little meter here and balancer. I balanced them all exactly to 3.76 volts, all four, fully charged it. At full charge, I ended up with 4.20, 4.19, 4.19, 4.19, which is really good. That means that low cell charged evenly with the others, and it didn't take a long time to balance and tap off. So let's talk about what happened when I took battery number 1 and put it to the test. So my watt meter said that the battery was at 16.62 volts. My tester here said I was at 16.77, and cell 1 was at 4.2, 4.19, 4.19, 4.19. When I hit it with 875 watts, 60 amps, all the cells immediately dropped to 3.89. That's pretty normal when you're putting that kind of wattage on it, just so everybody knows, okay? I've seen them drop below 3.7 when you're hitting it that hard. So over the next 60 seconds, this is what's really interesting about this battery, is this battery went from 60 amps to 57.8 amps, all the way down to 54 amps, and the voltage never got below 3.5 per cell. Okay, that's where I kill my test and then see what it recovers to. So it took another 20 seconds to get to 3.5 volts per cell, and then I stopped the test, and within 15 seconds, all the cells recovered to 3.74 or better. So that's a kick-ass battery, at least from all my testing. Now look, I know there's going to be people out there saying, why isn't this a little bit more scientific? Hey, look everybody, I just do this crude so most normal people understand if this is a shit battery or if it's a good battery. And battery number 1 tested to me phenomenally. And I'll never talk about batteries that are crap. I'll just tell you what the best ones are. So far, the ones I've tested that I really liked were Thunder Power. They're number 1. The Potenza that the Flex people sell is my number 2 battery. And this is equal so far. I haven't had it long. I haven't flown it a lot. So far, it's equal to a Thunder Power or the Potenza. So it's definitely one of the best batteries. Oh, I was saying number 1. This is number 2. Those tests were number 1. So here's battery 2. So here's my test on battery 2. Out of the box, oh, wait a minute. Internal resistance on number 1. And another thing is, I've noticed that internal resistance on a high C rating batteries tend to be right out of the box a little higher than some of my lower C. I don't know what that is about. I've actually pulled batteries out of the box that are all 2s with internal resistance. I've pulled some high C rated batteries like my Potenzas, and they were all in the 3s and 4s. That's exactly what happened on battery number 1. I had 3 on cell 1, 4 on cell 2, 4 on cell 3, and 3 on cell 4. Hope I just said that right. There's 4 cells. Battery number 2, out of the box, voltages were 3.83, 3.83, 3.81, 3.82. That's normal. That's what I normally would see coming out of something being shipped to me. Internal resistance on battery number 2 was 3, 3, 3, and 4. Again, that's really, really good. The test was really interesting, though. Fully charged, I had 4.2, 4.2, 4.2, and 4.19. That means it really balanced really, really well. Now look, I know some people say, oh, you should have 4.2 across all of those. Very seldomly do my batteries ever get to 4.2. It's 4.2, 4.19, 4.18, 4.2. The higher C rated batteries, I don't know why, sometimes they will almost get to all 4.2. Okay, somebody out there might know the chemistry, but it's a brand new battery. So here's what's really interesting. I hit this battery, again with 60 amps, was 877 watts. This battery only dropped to 3.9 and pretty much started its curve going downhill at 3.9. And after 60 seconds, it had dropped to 54 amps, which was really, really good. And I stopped the test at 3.5 volts per cell. It immediately recovered at 3.8. Was the best recovery. The worst recovery was 3.79. So this number 2 is a kick-ass battery. So basically, everybody, now I'm going to fly the hell out of these batteries at CEF. I'm going to fly them. I normally don't know what a battery really does until I get 100 flights on it. But hitting it with this tells me a lot about how stable the chemistry is and how matched the cells are. These cells are almost perfectly matched. Okay, to be able to put it under a 60 amp load, which is about half the C rating. At 60 C at 2200, you would take that. That'd be 120 amps. So I hit it at half the maximum C rating, which was 60 amps. And all the cells, when they dropped to that initial, like 3.9 or 3.8 before they started to drop, they were all almost exactly the same voltage. 100's off between them. It's hard to write it all down. I mean, I could have recorded it, but I don't want to get into all that. But these so far are really, really, really good batteries. They weren't that expensive either. So I just wanted to do this because I love to try to tear crap up and see if it's as good as everybody says it is. Because I don't believe hardly anything I hear or see. I want to test it myself. And yeah. So I'm definitely going to be getting some of these batteries for my MSL2, which flies on 12S and 10S. It depends on what I got charged. And these are really kick-ass batteries. So I hope this is informative to you all. I hope you like and follow my channel. I hope you keep telling me more type of content you want to see. And everybody have a heck of a day and rock on. Stay safe, everybody. Be cool.